Have you been applying for lots of jobs in Ireland and you've been getting a whole lot of rejections? It seems as though nothing is working in your favor, like you're frustrated, you're confused, you have your CV right, you have your LinkedIn account optimized, everything is actually great, your skills are up to par, your work experience is good, you've been talking to these recruiters on LinkedIn trying to follow up, your preparation for these interviews are quite good, and still you have not been able to land a job as a foreigner looking to migrate to Ireland. Then this video is definitely for you. If you want to know the reasons why these things have been happening to you, or why you haven't been able to land a job as a foreigner moving to Ireland, then you should definitely do keep on watching. Getting a couple of messages from people saying, oh Ria, I'm getting a lot of rejection. Are you sure that this job you're telling us about is actually legit? Are you sure that these jobs actually, employ foreigners? Why am I getting lots of rejection? If that is your question, if you've been trying to apply and relocate to Ireland and has not been working for you, then I'm actually here to give you like 4 reasons why I think that this has actually been so, and probably you should actually listen to me or not. Let's begin. So beginning from my number 1 point, I know I made a video some time back when I was talking about the critical skills employment permit. If you haven't seen that video, I'm going to link that video in this video. Check my description box. And most people were saying, oh, you can actually relocate to Ireland if you're in some sort of specific career field. But then another thing is this: not everyone would actually be in those fields. So for example, the fields there include nursing, doctors, engineering, IT directors, site managers. So now there are still people that are into, let's say, administrative roles, or let's say like human resources roles. There are still people that do not have those critical skills and still want to migrate to Ireland. Now, why and how can they do this? Why are they not getting positive responses from employers? The number 1 reason is because the Ireland employers need to actually carry out a labor market test. Now, what is a labor market test? So there is this law we have in Ireland, or the Ireland government actually has, in a sense that you do need to make sure that you have searched your country and make sure that nobody is actually good enough for that role, or you're of the opinion that nobody that's a citizen or nobody that is settled in Ireland has actually applied for that particular role, and all of the applications that you're getting are mostly from foreigners. In that case, right, then they know that they need to actually employ a foreigner. So now this is the reason why I think that maybe you're not being employed as a foreigner, because you're not in Ireland. You're not living in Ireland at the moment. The second reason is because I could say maybe cost efficient. I'm going to explain why. Let's say a company puts out an application and is looking for like 5, right, and we have about, let's say, 500 applications, right, and in those 500 applications they want to pick just 5 people. Let's say the people that are applying, whether they're even living in Ireland or not, are foreigners that would actually need an employment permit. So now, to run an advertisement for a labor market test for one person is about 250 euros. So now the company has to bring out 250 euros per head. So 5 foreigners, that's about 1,250 euros, right? And aside from paying the advertisement fee for all of these foreigners, they actually still do need to pay for their general employment permit. And if they're paying for 5 foreigners, that's about 1,000 euros each per head. So that's like 5,000 euros each for just the employment permit, and about 1,000 euros 250 for the advertisement fee, which is about, like, let's say 6,250 euros for those 5 foreigners that they are going to employ, which so far is not a bad deal compared to, like, the quality of work. Doesn't seem like a bad deal. But the main reason is this: the Irish employer actually do have to meet the resident labor market test. So that means they need to be sure that nobody that's living or settled in Ireland is actually qualified for that role, okay? And also probably because of the money and the time and the resources involved in employing foreigners. The second reason why this is probably happening is because you might be applying to companies that do not have a sponsorship license. I'm going to be explaining what I mean. So just as much as we come here, or I come here and say, oh, this company is recruiting, this company would sponsor you, there are still also some companies that would not be sponsoring you. And most times in applications, it's not completely stated that, oh, foreigners are not allowed to apply, okay? Let's say you apply to about 100 employers in a day. Out of that 100 applications, you actually do have about 80 of them from companies that do not have a sponsorship license. You pretty much haven't done any application, to be very, very honest, except like there's a miracle from one of the 20 applications that you threw in that do have sponsorship and you're able to get the job. You have to be very, very careful the companies that you're applying to. You're just applying to companies without doing your due diligence. You might just be applying to the wrong companies, okay? One way to actually do that, to actually be sure that these companies do apply foreigners, if it's seeing an ad for a job that you think that, you know, the specifications and descriptions fit you, you can actually fly in that particular role, but you're not so sure. One way, you could probably even email the recruiter, reach out to the recruiter, or maybe even email the company's website just to be sure really, you know, they are able to sponsor you or sponsor foreigners. It actually saves you time, it saves you stress, and it saves you the amount of rejections that you're going to be getting. Okay, my third point is the fact that Irish employers sometimes have actually put it in their minds that they probably do not want to recruit from a certain country, and I'm going to be explaining what I mean. So for example, there is this company here in Ireland that was able to recruit about quite a good number of foreigners from a particular country, you know, into the country to help them work. And then these foreigners come into the country, and then let's say maybe after like 3 months or 4 months, they end up leaving. They somehow discover that the job that they thought that they were going to do, it's not a good fit for them in the long run. Maybe they feel like they are better elsewhere, or their skills and qualities and work experience would be a better fit, you know, in a better place, maybe earning them more money than they are earning in that particular company, or maybe they just didn't find the company as a good fit for them, and then they decide to actually leave. Now this actually is very, very pissing, and I could get the point where it could be very, very stereotypical for employers to actually think like that and maybe stop employing people from that particular country. But as a human, I could also understand and work in their shoes and understand why they do not want to do that. You're a business owner, right? You have the grace to actually, you know, employ people and bring people all the way from different parts of the world. Like, you have employed, let's say 40 people, and out of the 40, let's say 20 of them are from this particular country, and out of the 20 of them, let's say about 15 or 16 of them have actually left you in about few months when they have arrived into that company to a different company. Would you be happy? Just help me answer that question. Would you be happy? Genuinely answer this question. Or would you feel the need to actually even employ more people from that particular country? That's how it is with the Irish employers. They probably have decided that, you know, I'm not gonna, you know, employ more people from this particular country. Sometimes it may not be that because the members that they have employed are leaving them. It could also probably be that the people from this particular country have maybe somehow entangled themselves in some, you know, crimes and some things that are not beneficial or good fitting to the company. If they probably had like one very serious incident from a particular country and it happened with someone from a particular country, and then the employer just says, you know what, I don't want anybody from this particular country. And just to throw this out there, this is somewhat, you know, also like an advice to people that are actually over here in Ireland or whatever country that you are in. Also know that whatever you're doing is also kind of like, you know, representing your brothers and sisters back home. Try to do your able best to actually be good, okay? Because it just really pays to be good, and you're somewhat representing your home country, you're somewhat representing your culture, your family. So just try to do great things, try to stand out positively and not negatively, okay? And then my last reason why I would actually say that people actually are getting a lot of rejections from employers is the fact that it is highly competitive at the moment. Bruh, even for us that are even here in Ireland, it's already competitive enough. Compared to the people that are willing to migrate over from wherever they are into Ireland, the competition is just very, very high. You can do certain things to stand out. You can have a very, very properly written CV. If you do not have a LinkedIn account, create one today. Make sure your LinkedIn account is optimized. If you do not know how to do that, there are actually agencies or brands or companies that actually delve into that particular matter. Make sure that you prepare really, really hard and well for your interviews. Probably maybe have demo sessions with your friends. You also can probably reach out to these recruiters on LinkedIn. It's one thing to actually just apply and sit down there. It's another thing to kind of like, you know, put in an effort that would make you stand out from the rest. So you can actually reach out to these employers maybe on LinkedIn, try to maybe have like a very cordial, professional, you know, relationship with them, and, you know, see how it's going, like whole process. They'll actually maybe remember you even more than people that just, you know, submit their applications there. And also another reason could probably be the fact that they honestly do not have time to go through a lot of applications. And one of the reasons is this: there is this ATS system that is being used in Ireland. I think that a lot of other countries as well, where like, you know, they throw your CV there and then maybe they put some certain keywords that they're looking for to a certain standard, and if your CV falls under maybe miraculously has those keywords and maybe goes to a certain standard that they would need, then they'll maybe pull out your CV and have like a proper physical one-on-one eye-to-eye kind of, you know, read. But if there's a job application and you can see that over like 500 people have applied, believe you me, I don't think that is the 500 applications that someone actually goes through one by one and looks through it. There is no time for that. Like, time is actually going for that. So make sure that once you're applying, your CV is actually properly written. Try to like match the job description and what it is that you have on your CV. Let it align, so it probably would be easier for your CV to stand out. So yeah, just also know that it's highly competitive. Like I said, that doesn't mean that you should relent. That doesn't mean that you should give up. That doesn't mean that you should stop applying. Rejections would actually come, but keep on applying. You are not different. You're a human being. You have the skills like they do, maybe even better. You're a Christian, have the grace of God, pray, have faith, add everything together. Be prepared physically, mentally, spiritually, and give it your best shot. Rejections will come, a lot of it, but keep on applying and applying and applying and applying, and one day somehow I'm very sure that it's actually going to click. Yeah, so I hope I've been able to kind of like, you know, give a little bit of hope to people that have been applying but haven't been getting positive responses. So I hope that you're able to understand why this has been happening, and also why you shouldn't even give up. This is just the beginning. Use all of these things that I've said, try to re-strategize and come back stronger, and keep on applying, because I need you in Ireland. Keep on applying, we need you here. Thank you so much guys for watching. I hope you did enjoy this video. If you have a question or a comment or suggestions on a particular thing that I've just said here, or something that you need to know, please leave it down in the comment section, and I'll definitely get to, you know, answering all of your questions and whatnot. Thank you so much guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. My name is Ria, and I love you guys. Ciao ciao. Bye guys.